The first thing people think about when they hear about waffles is breakfast. They think about sausage, bacon, eggs, butter, syrup, all that good stuff you throw on there. But by this point, most people know about chicken and waffles. And I was thinking about why not pulled pork and waffles? So that's what I'm doing today. Putting a bunch of different stuff on there. You're gonna have to follow along with the video if you wanna find out. So check it out, guys, here we go. So I got a 7.5 pound pork shoulder right here, AKA pork butt, which isn't really the pork ass. That would be the ham, just so you know. So I trimmed it up, trimmed off most of the fat cap, but I left a little bit on there. As you can see, it's a thin layer. I'm gonna do equal parts seasoning to start out of coarse ground, 16 mesh black pepper, and some kosher salt. And I'm also using this Sucklebuster's fajita seasoning right here. I like this rub. I've been using this a lot as like an all-purpose seasoning just because there's not that much sugar in here, so I like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna put a little bit of olive oil for a binder, season it up, and we're gonna throw it on the Yoder YS640. Got my smoker heating up right now, and that'll be it. You don't have to worry about over seasoning this just because it's such a thick piece of meat. Also, when you shred it up, I'm gonna put some more seasoning in there anyway, so you can be really generous with all this. All right, so we got this bad boy all seasoned up. I'm gonna throw it on the smoker. It's coming up to temperature. It's about 275 degrees. I'm gonna probably leave it on there for about 4 or 5 hours before I wrap it. Just to go by feel and see how it looks. So it gets a good amount of smoke. And you could spritz it after a couple hours and spritz it every 45 minutes after that. But honestly, if you didn't even want to do it, it's not even that big of a deal. So let's see how it goes. Get it on the smoke and get it going. All right, 275 degrees. Just gonna let this hang out and let it chill out. Check back on it in probably like 2.5 hours. Okay, so it's been just under 3 hours. I don't know if you can see that really well. That's what we're looking like. Forgot to mention I'm using hickory pellets. Maintaining temperatures at 275 degrees. Gonna make kind of a jalapeno sauce. I've done something kind of similar to this in another video. It's pretty easy. All right. Pan's on a really low heat right now. Just gonna take the ends off these jalapenos. So slice them down the middle. Gonna put a few tablespoons of olive oil in here. Not really any exact measurements I'm going with, but throw some onion in there. The jalapenos, 3 cloves of garlic. I would use Mexican oregano, but I got some regular oregano. Just throw a little bit in there, maybe like tablespoon and a half. Season with salt and pepper. I'm not gonna overdo it because I can always go back and add more salt. A little pepper. This is just a good sauce to do because you can put it with whatever you want. You don't have to do it with this. You can just make it, and whatever meat you make, you can just throw it on there. So it's pretty good. All I'm gonna do is cook this on medium heat for about 30-35 minutes. Cover it. Everything's gonna cook down really good. All I'm gonna do is throw it in a blender and blend it up. And then we'll have our jalapeno sauce. Been exactly 5 hours since I put it in the smoker. Doesn't even really matter what temperature it is. I got the color I want, but just so you guys can see, looking at like 170, which is fine, you know, whatever. Gonna give this a little bit of spritz, wrap it up, throw it back in the smoker, check on it after like 2.5 hours. So it's been like 20 minutes. Got some caramelization on here. Everything's kind of wilted down. So that's good. That's what you're looking for. Throw it in a blender, blend it up. I'm actually gonna add some lime juice, cilantro, and some green onions in there too. A little bit of apple cider vinegar right here. So there's absolutely nothing wrong if you want to use a waffle batter mix that's already pre-made in a box, you can go ahead and use that. But this is YouTube, so I'm going to do my own. I just Google searched the waffle batter mix, so that's what I'm going to use. I'll link it down below if you want to check that out. And then I'm going to throw some serrano peppers and sharp cheddar cheese and some crumbled up bacon in there. And then we're going to get the waffle iron super hot and then cook up some waffles. So here it is. 2 cups all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons baking powder, 1 teaspoon baking soda, little pinch of kosher salt, 2 tablespoons of some regular white sugar. Go ahead and mix that up. So we got our dry ingredients, our wet ingredients, 2 cups whole milk, half a cup of melted butter that's slightly cooled, ends up being 1 stick of butter. Try not to overmix. I got 2 eggs, I'm gonna put it in this bowl. Oh. I'm putting a bunch of bacon in there, some serranos I'm gonna chop up, a big old handful of some sharp cheddar cheese. All right. Alright guys, there it is. Pulled pork over some bacon cheddar serrano chili waffles. Kind of weird. Kind of came out a little bit of a mess. But It don't taste like a mess. Waffles got a ton of flavor. The pulled pork is killer with that Suckle Buster's rub on there. Now I threw some queso fresco, cilantro with that jalapeno sauce, and a little bit of crema. Man, amazing. Even if you just made those waffles for breakfast with some eggs, they'd be badass like that. And I know you saw me put all this stuff together and it seems like a ton of work, and it kind of is, but you know, the jalapeno sauce you could do a day or two ahead of time. The batter for the waffles you could do ahead of time also, the day before. Or you could just use box stuff if you want. And the pulled pork is pretty much hands off once you throw it on the smoker, so, I mean, yeah, it is kind of a lot of work, but it's worth it, definitely. And you should try it out, because this shit's good. But like always, guys, I want to thank you for making it through the video. I'll post all recipes and stuff down below. Go check that out. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video, guys. Peace out.